Hi class, welcome back to another short video lectures. Today we can talk about how you can do your reference entry with a word that contains 7 or more authors. So look at the notes first. Here I have 3 notes for you guys. Number 1, regardless of how many authors in the work, you will only put 7 last names and initials on the reference entry. Okay, before I go into it, let me just make a disclaimer about this lectures. What I'm going to show you is about the APA references, that is, adherence to the APA 6th edition's publication manual. There is a 7th edition just published last November or December, something like that. So the school hasn't really fully adopted the 7th editions, which is why in the spring 2020 semesters, you guys are still learning the 6th editions of it. In terms of when the school will fully, or the department will fully adopt the 7th editions, we don't know about it yet. So back to what is the reference entries for 7 or more authors. So after we read note number 1, what it means is that, let's say you have you try to cite a reference. You try to cite an article that comes with, let's say, 14 authors. Okay. So what happened is that you will not type all 14 authors' last name and their initials. At the end of the day, there will only 7 last name and initials on that particular reference entry for the articles you cite. So how are we going to do that? So go to note number 2. So first you need to list out the first 6 authors in the work. Okay. After that, you need to type 3 period. That pretty much stands for etc. So then it will comes with not the 7th authors, but the last author's last name and initials. Okay, so keep the notes in mind, and we can take a look at an example I just typed up. So in your reference page, let's say you want to make a reference entries for an article. So that is obviously not a real article, but here all the last names are representing our class. We have 9 students in here, but we don't type 9 last names and the initials. What happened is that pretty much I follow the alphabetical orders from A to Z. So I'm not going to read out the names because they are confidential. So what happened in here is that I list out the first 6 authors in here. You can see there are 6 authors in here with their initials. After that, we will have the last authors instead of the 7 authors. And then, because this is a pretty much a fake articles, but I'll just continue with it. That is the year of 2020. Let's say we wrote a article together that talks about research methods, okay, and then that will be the publisher, sorry, not the publisher, but the journal name, followed by volume numbers, issue numbers, page numbers. Okay, so that's how you would handle a work that contains 7 or more authors. The key point is to separate the first 6 authors and the last authors by the 3 periods here. Okay, so I hope that clarifies some things for you guys, and good luck on your quiz and your upcoming tests.